wrench wrangler back. We got a project here, as you can see. We got parts in bags, we got stuff tore apart. What do we got? This is old school right here. Honda 250 Foretrax. As you can see, customer took everything apart to start with. Give you a little walk around. Factory front tires, everything. So like I said, customer took everything apart to start with. So we're gonna see, hopefully everything's still there in the bag and figure out where it all goes back. But was running when parked. They were gonna clean the carburetor. Got a little lost, but they got it all apart. Needs a petcock, a couple things like that. So we'll get this thing cleaned up, back together, back running hopefully. Okay, this is the carburetor. I've got my camera set up on a stand here, so I'm gonna try to actually video cleaning this for you, rebuilding it. This is the kit I got. It's an all balls kit. Typically they're pretty good. You always wanna check your jets and see what's actually in the carburetor, make sure it matches. If it doesn't, I typically will go with the old jet. If it was running before, that's what I would put back in it. So we've got our top piece that we'll take off. This piece, you can see it's cracked open. Somebody's been in here. This is where your throttle cable goes. So what you need obviously is a Phillips head. Hopefully none of these screws are gonna be stripped out. Some of them you're gonna need to bear down on. So we'll go ahead and get it off. Doesn't really need to come off for the carb cleaning, but it's gonna have to come off to put it all back on the four-wheeler. So obviously keep up with everything. So that's what the inside of that looks like. You'll have to take this off to get the carb off the four-wheeler. So your throttle cable goes in here, wraps around, goes in this groove. So when you pull the throttle, this is what it does. Opens the butterfly valve and your needle comes up. This is your idle adjustment screw. Hopefully it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you what all of these jets are called because I'm not gonna know, but we're gonna start with the bottom. As you can see, all the tubes are gone on this. So I'm gonna have to look up a diagram and see how the tubes go. Doing something like this makes me believe I probably need a tripod or something to hold my camera up. I've got it sitting on a milk crate here, so it's not really the best thing in the world, but we're gonna make it work. Oop, slung that screw out. I got it. Okay, pop this open. One of these still attached. All right, all out now. Okay, you can tell this is old. I'm gonna put all these screws to the side because if not, I'm gonna drop them. So obviously we're gonna replace this gasket. You can see all that dust, rust. This is your float. Remember which way that went. I'm gonna have to clean all this very good. You can see there's a lot of corrosion, rust, things like that. So I'm gonna pull this pin out, and there is your float needle. So we'll be replacing that as well. There's a lot of corrosion and stuff in this. All right. Before I get carried away, I'm gonna open up my new kit and I'm gonna kind of just be setting stuff to the side, keeping up with everything. And I'm gonna get a little bowl. It's dirty, I'm gonna clean it out. And I'll put a little carb cleaner in here and soak some of this stuff. So for example, like this float, it's not something that really gets dirty and causes issues, but it's got so much dirt and grime on it. We're just gonna drop it down in there. I'll be using a new needle, so I won't have to worry about that. I don't think this has got any issues, but sometimes this piece, like the needle part, will actually wear down and cause an issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. Also, I guess I'll put these on. If not, it'll be in my eye, and I'm not gonna be happy. So I'm just gonna have that to the side. I'm gonna kind of go ahead and spray some of this stuff off. Like I said, good thing I had those safety glasses on because that hit them. What you can also do is use your bowl as a bowl. Put your carb cleaner in there. And you can set your jets and things down in it. This is your main jet right here. So very rare for this one to clog up because that's the main one when you're under heavy throttle. So it's gonna be sized big. Let's see if I can read it. This is old. I don't see any numbers on it. If I clean it up, I might be able to see some. So I am, let's see, look at my jets here. This kit doesn't come with a main jet. Oh, yes it does. So it's just this top piece. So I'm gonna have to try to get that off. I'm gonna soak it because I don't know if that's gonna come off. So get this one out, make sure. All right, it's all the way tight. Something you wanna do on some of these is check them and see if they're all the way in or not, because some of these jets are adjusted. So the more in or out that they are, adjust fuel. So this is your pilot jet. Let's see, it's got a number on it, 38. So let's just see, for example, what is our new one? 38, so that's good. So we don't have to worry about that being different. I'm gonna take this little rubber piece out. We actually have a new one with the kit, so that's good. And there's actually a jet right here, so. Let me get a different screwdriver. Had to go to a medium size one here. Just a very average size. The ones that don't hurt, but get the job done. So, don't see a number on that as well, but I'll drop it in there. We do have a new one. So, we also have this jet. This will be one you can adjust. So the way to do this, right, use a normal size one. We see where we are right now. Go in, so there's half a turn, one turn, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So about 2 3/4 is where we were at. So instead of seeing how many screws out, because you may miss some threads trying to get it started, go all the way in and then back it out to your desired length. So I believe this is for idle. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it's for. And I think there will be a spring down in there, so if I can get it to come out. playing hard to get. Let's see. Should come out now. There it is. All right. So that should be everything from this bottom side. So I'm gonna start spraying some carb cleaner down in all these holes. Safety glasses back on for the carb cleaner. All right, so all that should be pretty clean. And since we're going back with new jets here, we'll start putting those in. If we had old jets, if we didn't have a full rebuild kit, we were just cleaning this carburetor, we would spray out all these jets, let them soak, spray them all out, make sure they're good and cleaned, and put them back in. But since we have new ones, we're gonna put those back in. See. So I'll just start with this little rubber piece because I know where it goes. That gum. I'm gonna drop everything. Okay. So now I'm gonna go put my spring on this. Oh, almost messed up. Got an O-ring on it as well. I've got somebody here, so I'm gonna have to start this video over. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and put this jet back in 2 3/4 turns. I didn't use the new one, it was actually different, so I used the old one. We'll see how that goes. These two are the same number, everything should be the same. So the holes look different. They're both 38s though, so we're gonna put the new one in, try it out. I couldn't find a number on the main jet, so I just put the new one in. Hopefully it's the same. Try not to nick it up. Also can't see a number on this little jet, but I'm gonna put the new one in. That's why you buy a carb rebuild kit. Pulled that gasket, broke. when you put the new gasket on, let's see how easy it goes in here. Some of them stick in great. If not, this one's looking to stick in pretty good, so I'm probably not gonna worry about it. I'll put just a very small amount of grease on there sometimes, and that just helps lock everything in, just to hold it in place. You're not trying to grease the seal necessarily or get grease everywhere by any means, but that just kind of makes it stick on there where you know you have a good connection. A lot of times you got to do kind of like that. Okay, I believe both of these with the little hoop for the hose were on the front. Both of these on the back. Oh, we actually have new screws. Might as well put them on. Sorry about that cut in the video, and I missed putting in one jet. I had somebody pull up while I was working, so I always cut the video off and try to respect them. So, new hardware gone in. Snug it down. Do not go crazy on these things. Some people want to, screw these things way down. They just got to be snugged up. There's no reason to go crazy. As long as it's not gonna vibrate loose, that's as tight as it needs to be. You don't need to bear down on them. These things get stripped out all the time. People go crazy, turn them until they start slipping, and then when you go to take them off, they slip some as well. So just a good tighten down screw, all you need. Let's see. Oh yeah. Just so it's enough it ain't gonna leak. Now we're gonna come to the top side. This is where our needle will be. Oh boy. Now these may not have been off since '86, but we got them all, thank goodness. Y'all, what I like to do, man, look, that seal is just popping out. I keep all my old jets, seals, which I'm not gonna keep these broken seals, but if the seal still looks good, keep it all in the package it came in, put it in a drawer. That way, if I've ever got to work on it again, I've got all the, I've got all of it. So this is a little bit different than any carburetor I've seen. Just I know this is old. This is older than anything I've worked on, but I haven't seen one like that. I'm not going to change the needle out. I don't think that is needed. Honestly, this top side, I'm just going to spray some carb cleaner around in there, spray it in that jet. Not going to go crazy on anything. No reason to. Spray it in all the holes. Whoa. Man, I got y'all with that one. Open it up here. Any hole that does anything, spray some carb cleaner in it. You want everything clean. The smallest little things can clog these back up. Especially like this one, with it being dirty and sitting for so long, anything in it could clog it up. So, all right. back with my new seal. Can only go one way, so that's always good. This one I may end up having to put a little grease on. We'll see. We'll see. Some people complain, they say the seals are too long, but they're not. That's so when it gets pushed down, it fills the gap. All right, I think I can make this work. There we go. New hardware once again. Like how these kits come with new screws, because a lot of times the dang screws are stripped out on these. Somebody's been in there before you stripped them out. Just like that, that's back on. Let's look here, what else we got? She's pissing, dadgummit. Y'all let me leave this off, so I gotta put it back on. I believe it was on this side. Y'all gotta remind me next time. I'm making sure to hold pressure down on that cap just to make sure that seal doesn't try to pop up or anything. All right, let's see. I believe that's it. So, spraying, I'll spray everything out real good before I put it back on the four-wheeler. Make sure everything's good and cleaned. Remember, always use non-ethanol gas. That'll save you in the long run. So like I said, I'm gonna put everything back in this package so I have it in case I have any issues. I've got all of that. We gotta go replace a petcock on the gas tank on this. And then since the customer took everything apart, I've got to figure out how everything goes back together. So I'll try to show you everything. We'll see on that. Also, I've got to look up and see where all these hoses go. So you got one here, one there. Obviously that's your fuel hose. That's just a drain. One there, I think. Yeah. So I'll see where all those go. Put me some hose on there and I'll put this thing back on the four-wheeler. We'll figure out where it all goes. All right, got it all put back together. Didn't show every step. I assume if you can clean a carburetor, you can put this back together. I found all the pieces. I'm worried I may have to add a fuel filter, but we got a new petcock on it. They didn't have a battery, so I threw mine on it temporarily. So I filled this up with gas, put a filter on it, drained it all out, filled it back up just in case any rust particles and stuff. So let's see. Ooh, good old Honda, cranks right up. So 250 Foretrax back together. We'll take it on test drive. We'll ride it around a little bit, make sure it's good to go before we get it back to the customer.